It's Amanda here. Welcome to 52 Art Journals, weekly art journals. Each week I am sharing a journal that I've made, usually using recycled materials, and giving you some tips on how you can maybe incorporate some of the ideas that I've used into making your own journal. Some of my journals have been stitched and some have been, I used the glue method. But there's loads of tutorials on making journals, and then once you learn the technique you can go for it and add your own spin on it. Okay, so in today's journal, this is a small journal and it measures, let me see, 6 by 4, and it's made of mainly papers. I went through some of my supplies and just said, okay, I'm going to bring all these papers together and let's see what we can do with them. So on the front, let's go in a bit. That's out, let's go in. So on the front we've got a Fimo clay embellishment, and I stamped it with a stamp that had the description of art. So it says art there, and it's just got like a dictionary description. I've added a wooden, no, it's not wooden, it's foam. Foam embellishment, and then I use a lot of the glue sticks. So I've used the glue stick to add embellishments in parts and around the journal, again because it was paper and I wanted to give the first page a bit more kind of just a bit more structure to it. Okay, so let us look at the back now. So on the back, so I mean, as you can see, I literally took, you know, it's probably card I used actually. Let's see, yeah, it was card that's been collaged. And on the back I've used sequin waste and pushed gesso through the sequin waste and then painted it. And then there's bits of gold, there's some stickers here, and then all the pages have had some form of collage on it, just like that. So that's how they would have looked. Okay, so let's have a little flip through of this one. Okay, so on each page I've done something. This is I guess a more detailed journal in terms of that I've actually worked in, that you will have seen. I've got loads of others that I've worked in, but I like making these small journals that you can just then jump in, do a little doodle, try something, experiment. So let me go through, and again there's still pages that I haven't finished. I've added some of the pages in here were old drawings, so I don't throw any of my old drawings out. It can become a background page, or you know, the start of a page. And I've got loads of pages where I would have seen maybe an image and then I thought, okay, let me step back and come back another time. But playing with all of my old supplies, paints, I'm trying to use up a series of paints at the moment. I've seen some new colours that I want to get, but I've got a range of different paints, so it's just like, you know, let's try and use some of the things up. On here, collage paper, so lots of paper that I have, I've used them as collage. This particular thing was, I don't even know what the material was. I think it was sort of like some sort of plastic, but it's, you get it at Christmas and you can put it round like you spray some glue on the window and it acts like snow. But then I thought, when I brought it, I thought, how can I use this creatively, not for what it was intended to, but in a creative way. Pages, bits of paper. I've got loads of paper that I would have brought that would have come free in a magazine, and so I've used all of that in here. Again, it's like the challenge. How much can you put in here just as a background, and then come back in and then maybe do some work on it. But I like the way that it looks at the moment, so some of the pages I wouldn't necessarily be adding very much. And then the other thing that I've done is, if I've got extra paint on a brush where I'm using for another project, I will take one of these journals and, like what I've done here, just added some lines. And this was from extra paint. Again, extra paint, just added lines. But again, the colours that are coming out actually look quite nice. So it's useful, and this is fabric that I thought, okay, I've just stapled it here and we'll see what we can do with it. And this was something that I'd got my son a book, and it had details of an African storytelling festival. And I liked the card. I liked the card actually. But that's this, and it was, you know, very easy to make, but it was a nice project to get involved in. And again, lots of texture, lots of colour. It's a nice size. I like this size. Again, you could just pull out a pen and then be off, you know, making marks or adding words. So that's this one. So I hope you found that useful, and I hope you found elements there that you can use. It's even got words dotted in it that I had. I've got a tin of just kind of quotes and things, and so sometimes I pull them out and put them, and these are it's time to focus on what really matters. Got quotes, got scriptures, and so it's nice to be able to combine all of them. So I hope that's been useful. Take care, and I'll see you soon.